Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and rumors that just came out, and in today's video I'm specifically going to be talking about Coby White. An article came out about how the Bulls are expected to trade Coby White in this upcoming offseason, and a few Bulls insiders even do expect and agree with this article that the Bulls are expected to trade him. So in today's video I'm going to be breaking down that article on that topic, but before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and helps me out a lot. Also, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about a bunch of Chicago Bulls news. I gave another big injury update on Lonzo Ball. I was talking about some free agent targets, and Javonte Green was talking about some off-season workouts and rumors. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video, because this article did come out the other day from heavy.com, and they listed a bunch of, I'd say, pretty trusted sources about how Bulls insiders, how Bleacher Report, and how many other, I'd say, sources and articles about how the Chicago Bulls are expected to trade Coby White in this upcoming offseason. Let me just say, I really like Coby White, but he is very inconsistent. That's the main problem with him. But before I jump into today's video on that article, let me know below today's video, do you guys want the Chicago Bulls to trade Coby White in this offseason? He's pretty much on a one-year deal as of right now, but either way, let's just jump right into this article. You know, it came out from heavy.com, and the article is titled, "The Bulls are likely to trade former top 10 pick to upgrade a specific roster need." And let's just be short and simple. The Chicago Bulls, they don't have a lot of flexibility to make some moves in this upcoming offseason. I mean, AK was talking to the media just the other day, talking about how, you know, this team isn't good enough and how the Bulls need to be aggressive. I plan to make a future video talking about that, but obviously the Bulls' top priority will be re-signing Zach LaVine, obviously with all the rumors coming out surrounding him. But with very little cap space to work with, their focus will turn to the NBA draft and the NBA trade market. I do expect the Bulls to be busy on draft night. There's been a lot of rumors about the Bulls scouting, working out, and interviewing second-round draft prospects. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bulls did trade down or maybe buy a second-rounder. And in this upcoming NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls will be picking 18th overall, and there's going to be some quality players available at that spot, in my opinion. But if they hope to make some significant changes, attacking the trade market will be crucial. And according to one recent report, one player's foot may already be out the door, and that is Coby White. You know, I made this video last offseason because I really expected the Bulls to move on from him. I mean, AK pretty much traded this whole roster last offseason. And if you look at the roster right now, Coby White is the only player on this roster that the Bulls' old front office of Garpax have drafted. And according to Joe Crowley of the Chicago Sun-Times, he did report saying the Bulls are likely to part ways with point guard Coby White this summer. He did continue, and he noted that they will look to trade him for more consistent shooting. And he did give this quote. He said, "All eyes, meanwhile, will be on Coby White and what the Chicago Bulls decide to do with him. He's up for an extension right now, and if they want to make that leap that I feel like the Bulls front office needs and wants to make right now." But Joe did say they will more likely look to trade him away for the right piece, and he did say, namely, an outside shooter who is more consistent. Let me just give my quick little recap and opinion on Coby White. I really like Coby White. I really like the draft pick. Obviously, he's not the, I'd say, Bulls point guard of the future. He's more so a shooting guard in the NBA, given his size, and, you know, he doesn't have the best ball handling, in my opinion, and I think it's obvious. The main thing about Coby White is just his inconsistencies. I mean, even though, you know, he did get a lot of hate this season, I mean, for this past season with the Chicago Bulls, he did play about 61 games. He did average about 28 minutes coming off the bench. You know, I will give Coby White the benefit of the doubt. You know, obviously Garpax drafted him, and his role since he's been with the Bulls has been starting, bench, six-man, shooting guard. It's been all over the place, so I will give him that. But either way, in 28 minutes for this past season, he did average 13 points per game, shooting about 43% from the field and 39% from three-point range, and that's a very good percentage. You know, when he's on, he's on. He's a walking bucket when he gets hot. He's just very inconsistent. He also did average 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal per game. And I wouldn't be mad if the Bulls do trade him. You know, I do feel like his fit here is kind of iffy. I feel like Ayo is already the better point guard, even though I do believe Kobe's more of a 2 in the NBA. And this Chicago Bulls roster is already very guard heavy, in my opinion. And back on January 3rd of this past season, Bleacher Report did write an article detailing one player that every NBA team should look to trade, and for the Bulls, that player was Coby White. You know, he did note that despite his, I'd say, subpar value, the Chicago Bulls should ship him away. Obviously, Coby White, I feel like his value as of right now is all the way down. I feel like he has very little value, especially in the playoffs. He really did struggle. I mean, at the end of April, an anonymous Eastern Conference executive spoke with Sean Devey of Heavy.com about a potential Coby White trade, and he did reveal that the Miami Heat could potentially get involved in a Coby White trade and that a Duncan Robinson trade would likely be the outcome. Now, I know a lot of Bulls fans have really liked Duncan Robinson's game, and I see a lot of comments for the past few weeks or months saying the Bulls should trade for him. You know, I know Duncan Robinson's, I'd say, play has kind of been inconsistent as well, especially his minutes in the playoffs. I don't know, he pretty much got benched in the playoffs. I'm not sure exactly why, but no matter what, I mean, he is a sharpshooter. I do believe he'd be a good shooter off the Bulls bench, but at the same time, he's not the best defender, and I feel like he's kind of inconsistent as well. He's also on a pretty large contract, so I don't know how that trade would really go through. But either way, for this past season on the Miami Heat, he did play 79 games, and in those 79 games, he did play about 26 minutes a night. He did average 11 points per game, shooting 40% from the field and 37% from three-point range. He also did average about 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal per game. You know, 37% from three-point range is still not bad, but on his career, he is a 41% shooter, and just back in 2019, he did shoot about 45% from three-point range. I don't know how I feel about this. I know a lot of Bulls fans really like Duncan Robinson's game. I feel like he would obviously help the Bulls three-point shooting, but he wouldn't help the Bulls, I'd say, defensive concerns, and I don't really like that contract. And I mean, I know the Miami Heat already have a lot of shooters around Jimmy Butler, but I just feel like Duncan Robinson isn't the best fit for this team. I'd rather the Bulls either trade Coby White for maybe another draft pick in this draft or maybe a backup big man. I don't know. I really don't like Duncan Robinson's fit on this team, especially with how much money he is making. And to speak more about Coby White, I just feel like he's the odd man out. Like I said earlier in today's video, he's the only player that GarPax did draft that's still on this roster, and I feel like Ayo's already becoming the better player. I mean, Coby White is only 22 years old, same with Ayo, but Ayo's obviously the more complete all-around player in my opinion. I'd say Ayo's a real true point guard, and Coby's more of a 2 in the NBA, and I really just like Ayo's, I'd say, all the little things he does on the floor, you know, his wingspan, his height. He just got that dog mentality in him. Say, you know, Coby White's not hitting the 3-ball. Other than that, what is he doing for the Bulls? You know, say that about Ayo. If Ayo's not shooting the 3-ball, I'd say pretty solid in one night. He's still giving the Bulls good offense, good defense, just driving, being that dog, playing good defense, getting steals, just annoying the other team's best players. Either way, thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. Let me know your thoughts below today's video about this topic and rumor. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.